As a small business owner of either an existing business or a new venture, your thoughts will at some point no doubt have turned to creating a website. You speak to friends and they agree. It's simple, right? In fact, it's so simple, we've all seen the adverts that show how simple it is. We've seen an ex-cricketer building a site to sell miniatures, an ex-England manager whipping up a site while he's whipping up some lovely baking, or the small business provider who receives an award and thanks their website provider for all their help in getting them live. It's business idea to trading reality in minutes. Just a few quick clicks, a bit of drag and drop, and you're trading, because it really is that simple, right? So gleefully you set off. You're inspired by the ease of setting up a website. You know what you're going to call yourself, you've been thinking about this for years, and you head to the marketplace with your shopping list of domain templates, get live. But the reality when you get to the marketplace is that there are many options. Do you go with somebody who used to be an email and domain name host, or someone who's a web host that's crossed back the other way? Is it 123reg, Wix, WordPress, GoDaddy, Ionis? The list is endless. So after all that work, you've found a provider, you're ready to build. And here's what they promise. Enter the domain name you want, simply choose a product that you want to sell and select a template, change the font, add your logo, upload your pictures, drop in a bit of text, and publish your site and you're ready to sell. Brilliant. However, the reality is something a little bit different. Your domain name's taken, so you now need to think of something else. Oh, and there's quite a few templates and I don't know which one really works best for what I'm selling. I've got to drop in my pictures, but the one I took doesn't really look so great up there, so I better get another one. Oh, words, right. What do I want to say? I guess I think I should write something and come back. Okay, well, it's great the site does this, but I really had some plans that I wanted it to do something different, and that's not really going where I wanted it to, and oh God, I just wish I'd never started this. But some of you will persevere. You'll set your site live and wait for your customers. And thank goodness, because you really couldn't face fiddling with the site for any longer and you really needed to get on with your day job. You spent so much time building this site, you haven't actually been doing your job creating and building your products. But wait, where are my online customers? All this effort, no one is coming to my site. I've not even made one sale. Stop. Rewind. Let's go back to the beginning. We've created a series of how-to videos to guide you as you build your site. CMS tools have certainly given us the ability to get online simply without the price tag of having your site created by a web developer. It also means you no longer have to wait for someone to make simple changes to your site because you can do them yourself. But before you get started, you need to do a little bit of prep. It might seem boring, but we just need to take a step back and make sure you're clear on the following elements. Let's start with the idea. You first need to define your product, your service, your proposition, your identity, and your brand. Ask yourself if you could be known for just one thing, what would it be? This will help you to create your domain name and be the message that permeates throughout your website. Then look at your identity and your brand. Who are you? What do you stand for? Why should I trust you? Which single words would you use to describe your brand? Consider this the virtual representation of your shop. When someone walks into your shop, they're looking for reasons to stay or to leave. They're making assumptions based on how you greet them, what the colours of the walls are, how tidy it is, how clearly products are displayed and labelled. Are they on a rail? Is it cluttered? If it's a service rather than a product, they're looking for a menu of the services, the prices. They're looking for indicators to stay in your shop. All of this is done so quickly, and the same can be replicated on your website. And now we turn to your proposition. What do the public know about the product or service you are offering? Is it familiar? Do they need to learn more about it? If it's familiar, how are you different to the competition? If it's not familiar, what pain point does it relieve? What dream does it fulfill? How is doing this better than what I've done before? How much the person knows about your product or service will determine how much background information you need to provide on your site. For example, are you selling wellies with personalised graphics? That's something they know and you could lead with the products. But if your product is not familiar, or it's familiar but it has a higher quality and therefore a higher cost, you're going to need to provide more information to the customer before they purchase. Now let's consider the market. Firstly, your competition and the business opportunities. Who is your competition? What's their proposition, their pricing? How are they reaching their audience? Is there a channel that you can exploit that they're not using? You consider this as another shop on your street. How can you get people to your door and not their door? How are you differentiating your product to theirs so that they consider your shop, not their shop? What would you tell people? What would you offer? Now let's consider how you get your business. Where does it come from now? Is it word of mouth? Is it a particular referral source? And where do you want it to come from in the future? Do you get more loyal customers through a particular channel? All of this will impact how you write and structure your site. And particularly if the loyal customers are coming through a particular channel like mobile, it might impact how the site looks and feels. And finally, we're looking at the target audience. Your prospective customers. Who will your idea appeal to? Think about who you are trying to reach. What do they look like? Is there a specific age, gender, income? What are they typing into Google? What media are they consuming? What do they read? How are they influenced? Is your location as a supplier important? For example, are you selling only a local region, a county region, a specific country? And what additional services to your products and services might they want? The last thing you can do, if it helps, is create personas for each different audience type that might be coming to your website. For example, you have Bill. He just wants to go to a shop to buy exactly what he wants. He's done his research and he knows exactly what he wants. He wants to buy blue Asics gel trainers. Then you might have Elaine. She loves to shop. It's exciting and she wants to spend time looking for new shoes, the latest fashions. The 2 pages you create for Bill and Elaine will be very different. And that's it, you've got your plan forming. You've crystallised your ideas, you've got your brands, you've got your personality, you've got your values, you've got your proposition, you've identified your marketplace, you defined your audience, and now you're ready for stage 2, making the dream a reality. And that's where we can help. Simply go to smemarketeers.co.uk and get more of our Getting Started guides and more how-tos to getting yourself online.